This for the niggas and bitches and niggas who be hitting them switches and pulling them triggers, who be crumbling weed and rolling them swishers. Keep on banging on corners and drinking that liquor. Keep that thug shit real when you fucking with me. Keep your sights on steel when you gunning for me. I put my pistol in your mouth and tell your ass to goggle. Gangsta shit so potent it should be sold in bottles. Take a sip and go to hell, get drunk and then end up in the trunk. Fuck jail, you thinking DUI? No, that ain't how you die. It was my thugs and slugs that was the reason why. You niggas thought I was soft, but now it's blood that you caught. And now these shells hit the ground as I'm busting off. 9 double in Beretta, no there's nothing better. Tear the flesh in your chest and now your shirt is wetter. Me and this wild wild together like we husband and wife. This gangsta shit ain't just a song, it's a way of life. We are the thugs.
Bloodshed, pussy niggas is dead. Hollow points tipped with lead, putting gaps through heads. That's what it be like when the street lights get to flickering. Niggas get to bickering and slugs get to tickling. We them niggas that just don't ask. We take your cash, transplant or put your ass right hand to your left eye. Hey, Mr. Tough Guy, when slugs fly, I guarantee your shirt won't dry. In times of peace, my niggas playing wars. Stack dope, sit mowing, then we bang whores. We been through gang wars. We bout that green, we bout that murder scene. Pull a tool that's sure to leave your shoulders clean. Cause when it all goes down, I got that heat. You was slow on the drawing, now you worm me. Because
we are the thugs. We're born to die. We hustle for money. For bitches and get high.
Real deep in the streets. We thugs and y'all niggas ain't shit but wannabes and slugs. But not for my fucking enemies and blood. For my niggas, I was shorty bleed my blood. For my niggas, I was shorty bleed. It's Gio, the same nigga that was ready for war, ready for fame and everything it had in store. And I ain't changed, I'm still on the block with my dog. Smoking weed, busting shells, leaving the block for the fall. For my niggas who didn't get to see me achieve. Some died over beef and some died over greed. I'm smoking weed, I'm trying to get rid of the pain. Lord, please bless me to continue my thing. I'm from the streets, and it's been a hard knock life. I'm in it deep, and that's why I don't think nice. I don't sleep, and that's why I don't like lights. I hold heat, and that's why you won't blink twice.
We are the thugs. We're born to die.
when it all goes down, talk to me.
We hustle for money. For bitches and get high.
When it all goes down, talk
What y'all wanna bang with me, bust some things with me? You little bitch ass niggas can't hang with me. Why be the hood of the no good? Breaking the studio niggas down to the flow wood. I'm here to check the game, nigga, respect the name. Or I'ma pull my 4-5 out and select the brain and check the pain and leave you for the news to cover. Another victim of Mac Lover, wild motherfucker. Y'all ain't never seen a motherfucking street like me. Ballin' from the Midwest, bringing heat like me. So niggas make way, cause I'ma bring it to you hard. No mercy on your mark. So bow down to my facade and feel the pressure. A real thug from the streets, we do what we wanna do. Nigga, fuck the police, I'm the mouth of madness. Bringing the pain and the sadness, I be the baddest. Smoking niggas to the ashes, Alpha and Omega. Spitting raw from thug data. Dark as Darth Vader with the strength of the creator.
Yes, sir. When it all goes down, nigga. When it all goes down, talk to me. Y'all looking for me? I think it's been some motherfuckers looking for me. And I'm gonna tell all these motherfuckers that think they looking for me, you ain't gotta look hard, cause here I is. Yes, indeed. Woo! I hit up applause, baby. Yes, indeed.
Well, here I am, here I go on another flow, and this is the relationship rehab show. I'm about to talk about a thing or two, and I'm gonna explain a thing about you. That's it. That's enough. What's going on, everybody? I'm back. It's good to be back. What's happening? Hey, man, I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. First one in the chat, Latanya Scarborough. I ain't did this in a while. Salute to you. G-Friend94, always faithful, simplify. That's what I'm talking about. Sean Weber, my brother from another mother, Easy E. What it do, baby? My man, 100 grand, baby. Tom Leach, what's happening? Money Boy Troy, or Trey. Rosa Soto, what's happening? Ain't seen you in a while. Let's see who else here. Mr. Chips. We got Tory Stark, Tiger Blue, CJ Gunn, always faithful. That's what's happening. We got Beating the Odds. What's up? We got Ty Sands. And wait, I saw, oh wait, my chat over here ain't up to date. And also we got Miss June Bennett. What's happening? Everybody, please click that like button. I appreciate you. That's what's up. Shout out to Angela Jackson. Let's see who else is over here. Why is this not updating over here? Oh, wait. I'm not, yeah, there we go. All right, we should be good now. Let's close that. And then we'll open that back up. Then that should make sure I got the right thing going. Yeah. All right, there we go. But, man, I'm telling you, I am like, well, let me say this. I have not. I had a realization. This week was a good week, but I had a reality check this week, and I had to tell my brother Eazy-E. I told him this the other day. I said, I just realized, y'all, that I'm not old as hell, but I'm getting old, and here's my indicator as to why I'm getting old. For those of you who may not know, and this is quite I guess yeah, it's Eric Wright. This motherfucker said Eric Wright question mark. Yes, it is him. But for those of you who don't know, this week in hip hop, it was actually one of those mile markers. There was a milestone that was hit in hip hop. And for those of you who may not have seen it, there was a versus done between two of the most popular rappers in the game, Young Jeezy and Gucci Mane. Now, here's my thing about Gucci Mane and Jeezy. I have been listening to them for the longest time. I was a Jeezy fan before I was a Gucci fan. Actually, my brother Easy turned me on to Gucci. So I started listening to Gucci, and I started liking Gucci back with Gucci, you don't love me. Gucci, you don't love. Man, I think I love her. Back then, that's when I started listening to Gucci around that time. But I did not know that Gucci and Jeezy was beefing. Had been beefing for 20 years. I did not know that. I mean, had no clue. Ain't like I kind of heard that before. I remember back then when they had, I didn't know shit about it. I was like, these niggas got beef? I'm watching the verses, and I'm like, why these niggas got this tension in the room? I'm like, what is going on? I said, have these niggas had beef before? Yes, these niggas been beefing for 20 years like the Hatfields and McCoys. I did not know that at all. And I had to say, nigga, to be a former rapper, to be a nigga who literally had his fingers on the pulse of hip hop, and for me to have not known a goddamn thing about it, I say, yeah, nigga, you getting old. I just had to admit it, and then it just came over me. I wasn't old as hell. I wasn't an old motherfucker, but I just realized that, yeah, I'm getting old. I'm getting old. I don't listen to a lot of these young cats, you know, like the little yachties. I tried, didn't like them. You know, but listen to a little bit of the, you know, the Chicago cats, I got a little bit of the, you know, the King Vons and them little drill music just because it's from the Shy. Shout out to the niggas on O Block. All of that, I can listen to it, to some of it, to some degree. But for it to be Jeezy and Gucci to have all of this beef after all them years and me not know a damn thing about it, I know that I have transitioned. I know I've transitioned. I should have known about Gucci and Jeezy having beef. I should have known that. And for me to have not known that, it lets me know that yes, you're getting old, man. So that was a realization that I had to come to grips with. I admit it, I acknowledge it, and hey, I embrace it. I embrace it. It is what it is. You can't stay, in the center of this shit forever. My generation and my era in rap, I know what it is. I know what I like, and I listen to what I like, and that's it. I try something new every now and again. I listen to a little bit of the Mo 3s, the, hundreds, 50s, 20s, 10s. I listen to some of that shit, but it's like, I'm just not in it like I used to. And I realized that this week. But for those of you that did see the Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy versus this week, it was good, but it was also eye-opening. I was like, and I got the scoop on the whole beef and all that shit. And my thing was this. I understand 1,000%. Well, this is about to lead into my fucking show. I understand 1,000% that why Gucci felt the way he felt. I really did. Motherfucker tried to have me killed and send some motherfucking hitters after me or whatever, or a hitter after me, then yeah, it's hard to come back from that. I don't give a damn. It's hard to come back from that. Nigga trying to end my shit, it's hard to come back from that. And I understand that you had a lot of young niggas who didn't know better, who got a lot of money, they got a lot of fans, a lot of power and all that type of shit. I get it. But the fact that that shit was that close and hit that close to home for him, to where you actually got motherfuckers out there trying to get you and you know who did it. First of all, I applaud Gucci for not retaliating, because that's some shit you can't take back. I'm just telling you right now. There are certain things, and just with me being who I am, and as the man that I am, I don't get on YouTube, I don't get on social media, and I don't talk cash shit about what the motherfucker gonna do. I don't do that. But I can tell you this. If a motherfucker sends some people after me, it's on. It is what it is. It's on, and we gonna get it the fuck in. It's about maybe 3 people today that I know, if I see those people in the flesh, I'm going tuck red. That's just what it is. Just because of the real, I'm talking real straight up motherfucking beef, nigga. I ain't talking about no shit on the internet. I'm talking about like, yeah, this motherfucker here threatened my family. This motherfucker here threatened my motherfucking kids. Some shit like that. Yeah, nigga, it's on. When I see your ass, it's what you want to do. My rooks and pawns and all that shit is in place. Make your move. Bust a move, as Bernie Mac would say. Bust a motherfucking move. That's just what it is. But like I said, you talking maybe 1 or 2 people actually, to where I would be on that. But the thing is, though, when you know somebody that is actually plotting on you, I get the emotion with that. I get the whole thing. And all I was saying was just that with Gucci, if you really felt that way and 20 years went by and you still feel that way, I think he kind of shouldn't have did the verses, because he was way too personal with that shit. And he was way too personal to where, I personally thought Jeezy would beat him in the verses just because of how deep Jeezy's motherfucking library is with just hits and cold ass songs. But I also think that Gucci could have gave him a fucking run for his money, to where it would have literally been, hey, this is what you like, this is what I like type of shit, and that would have been it. But he was so emotionally invested in that motherfucking verses from the past shit. Right. He shouldn't have done it. He really shouldn't have done it until he like worked through it. I think had he like talked to Jeezy and said what he needed to say to get that shit off his chest and to show that nigga how mad he was or how hurt he was, because Jeezy and Gucci was cool as fuck. Did a song together and everything. And if you watch the end of that verses, when they did Icy, Gucci even accepted the olive branch that Jeezy had, extended to him, because Jeezy was trying to like, man, we need to, make this shit up. We need to be done with this shit, and we need to just bring shit together. Because Jeezy was good. He had processed it, worked through it, and was good with the whole situation. And it wasn't that shit wasn't staged. Nah, money boy, that shit wasn't staged. What he did was he created an opportunity to where they could get through that shit because Jeezy had worked through that shit. And the fact of the matter is, you can clearly see how Gucci Mane was. Gucci was there from the beginning. Gucci was on edge, like ready to, let's kick this shit off, nigga. Let's do this shit. I'm playing. Gucci played all his diss songs. That let you in a verses. Like, that let you know he was on some other shit at first. He wasn't cool with it, and it was, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat this nigga in this verses. He wasn't on that. He was playing all of his diss songs to Jeezy. And them wasn't hits. So it's like, it ain't like if Jay-Z and Nas was playing, was doing the verses. Yes, you gonna hit Ether. And yes, Ether is cold as fuck. One of that nigga coldest. It's probably one of Nas' coldest songs. But you gonna hit Ether. I would get that. You gonna hear it. So it's like, I would expect that. Gucci played like 5 diss songs of this nigga. I'm like, what this nigga doing? Before he was even playing hits, he came out the gate with all of the diss songs, and I'm like, damn, Gucci, you mad like that? But I get it. But I just think that he should have like actually worked through some of that shit first before actually coming out in the public like that, because it made him look childish. It made him look bad. It really did. And yeah, JJ DeBose, I do feel that Jeezy won, but I think it would have been a way better contest had Gucci not played all them diss songs trying to motherfucking, egg this nigga on or some shit like that. And it was just like they was going back and forth, but Jeezy was dropping them hits. And Jeezy, to his credit, Jeezy didn't even go as deep as he could have went. It was like that dude didn't play shit off of, what was the album, one of my favorite albums he did, Church in These Streets? He didn't even play that shit. I was like, why he ain't playing that? He could have went in. He could have really went in. That album alone, he got like 3 or 4 hit bangers on there where it's like, dude, you can sit down. But it is what it is. I'm glad they made up, and they ain't made up. But I'm glad that they have now opened the door to start to mend that bridge back together and trying to mend that relationship. Because them niggas together are, man, 2 of the biggest rappers we done seen. Them niggas got a lot of fucking songs. They created a lot of music. They have contributed a ton of fucking content to hip hop. And why them dudes can't get on the same stage together, why they can't, share the same stage together, do concerts or whatever together, they should be able to, because it's a lot of money that could be made for a bunch of niggas in that situation. And it's like, that's the kind of shit we should be maximizing. You know what I'm saying? I get the whole COVID thing is going down, but once hopefully that shit is over with, there can be a lot of opportunity for them to get together and make bread. 2 niggas in Atlanta doing their thing. Why shouldn't y'all get together? You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of glad about that. But my other point, as this is leading into what my show is about, we have this thing to where we are so quick as black folks to divide. And when we divide based on a disagreement or based on a philosophy or ideas or thoughts, we don't go to where, okay, you like the Bulls, I like the Pistons. Fuck Detroit. Sorry. We don't go there. We go into straight, we're enemies. And it's like, I've been trying to understand why it's so extreme with us as black folks. If we ain't on the right side of it, we are enemies to the point of fighting, killing, stabbing, choking, shooting, whatever. It's just like with the with just think about the last 2 weeks, all of the rappers that been shot. King Von dead, Mo3 dead, Lil Boosie shot, and it's somebody else that got killed too. I can't think of his name. I didn't even really know him. I didn't know too much about him, but somebody else got killed too. And it's like, what are we at odds with to the point to where you have to die now? And that is a problem with us as black folks. We have this thing to where if I don't agree with you or we ain't on the same page, death to your ass. Was it Benny the Butcher? The Butcher. Okay, yeah. All right. He not dead though. He just got shot. Okay. But why do we have to be enemies? Which is what I don't understand. Just because we don't agree doesn't make us enemies. And it's so troubling to me because I don't see a way out of this. I don't see it being a thing to where, oh, well, if we just do this, we could fix it. I don't see that. And I wish I could. I wish I did see it. But we are so hell-bent on us being who we are to the point to where if you're not like us, then you are our enemy. And that is one of the things that it has pigeonholed us and kept us in the same goddamn mindset. I'm not even talking about environment, living conditions, how we view. I'm talking just straight up mindset to where we will never be able to transcend where we're at. We will never be able to ascend to a higher level or to go to that next level because of our mentality. And you talking about King Von and a dude he got into it with. You talking about the Little Dirks and all of these cats that are literally in the FBG Ducks. All of these dudes in just this year alone that are literally out of financial struggle, got money, can go and live anywhere they want, have, regardless of how they've done it, they've built a better life for themselves. But yet and still are being taken down or dragged down back into the savage lifestyle of the fact of we got beef, I don't like you, you tried to fuck my girl, or you did fuck my girl. Pop Smoke, yep, him too. You fucked my girl, so now we got beef. You said my name in this video you shot 8 weeks ago. And it's like we let the littlest things take us to the most extreme levels of just life and death. And I don't understand why that is and why we feel that that is the way to where we don't even try to figure it out. We don't even try to change it. We have literally accepted that way of life as just saying, that's the way it is. That's how it is. So with that being said, one of the things that I saw that really troubled me was this whole thing about, yes, we're in the middle of this election shit going back and forth, who won, who didn't won, who cheated, who didn't cheat. I get all that, but let's put all that to the side. And I have noticed there have been several of people, and I got videos to play and to break down, that have literally started to call out or to call for the people that voted Republican. Like, yeah, these people that did this or these people that voted this way, we need to, find out who they are. And that to me said, you want to find out who they are? I've never heard of this before. I've never heard of any election, any contest, or anything that has ever happened in past elections to where they said, we want to know who voted for this other side so we can hold them accountable. And I said, well, what the fuck does that mean? I really got into my nigga shit. Like, I felt as though I was being threatened. I felt as though somebody, so you telling me because I don't support the party you support and I voted the other way, or I didn't vote your way, that you want to know who the fuck I am? You want to hold me accountable? Hold me accountable to what? Liking left Twix over right Twix, motherfucker? What are we talking about? How did we get to this point to where you have political figures, people that are political servants, they are public servants, asking for documentation of people on social media and otherwise, people who have actually voted this particular way or voted that particular way, and we want to hold them accountable. I said, oh, so these motherfuckers think it's sweet. They think it's good like that, to where not only are you gonna call for it publicly, but you talking about holding me accountable? To what? What you gonna do to me? You gonna fuck with my job? You gonna fuck with my life? You gonna deny me some motherfucking freedoms and some rights or some shit? Because I'm gonna tell you like this, that's not gonna work out for anybody. People need to realize those people that voted Trump, like myself, and those people that voted Biden, we're not talking about, oh, it's 20 people over here and 30 people over there. We talking about a fucking divide down the fucking country. And for you political fucking servants, you public servants, you senators, congressmen, whoever the fuck, and not to mention the celebrities, y'all calling for some shit that y'all don't want. Y'all think that it's sweet for y'all to say, oh, I'm calling out this person because they voted this way, or I'm calling out that person because they voted this way. Y'all need to stop. Because what you doing is you fucking with civil unrest. And I know you rich motherfuckers living in your ivory towers and all that shit. Y'all riding around in your Maybachs and your Benzes and your G-Wagons and all that shit, living your life like it's golden, like Jill Scott tell you. Pray you're spending your money. You got your Birkin bags and your Louis and all of that. Let me tell you something. Y'all start fucking with the everyday working man. Y'all start fucking with the blue collar people. Y'all talking about some 70 odd plus million motherfuckers that y'all want to start getting tabs on. That ain't what you want. Because unlike most motherfuckers, the people that's on this side of the motherfucking road, we not stupid. And that's one of the main reasons why we voting the way we voting. We seeing not just what's happening today, we looking 10, 15 years down the road. Now you want to call down like motherfucking Wyatt Earp said in Tombstone, you want to call down the thunder, you gonna get it. And that shit ain't gonna be good. Because it ain't gonna be, oh, we sitting back on watching this shit on CNN, watching these niggas go crazy. It ain't gonna be like that. If there's civil unrest, or like these motherfuckers talk about a civil war, ain't none of y'all motherfuckers safe. And I'm telling you right now, the motherfuckers on this side of the fence, we ain't worried about the niggas that's living next door to us. We gonna want to kick it off with the motherfuckers that's been living on the high end of the hall. Because we know that y'all motherfuckers is the reason why this shit is the way that it is. Anytime somebody goes and they have something, a different opinion than what you got, and the first thing your punk asses are doing is running on Twitter, running on Instagram, running on Facebook, going live, trying to condemn somebody for a fucking choice that they have as a right as an American, you fucking around with some shit you don't want to fuck around with. And I don't know who pulling y'all strings. I don't know who's telling y'all to do this, if that's the case, or if you just so high and mighty to where you think you know what you're doing, and because you're a celebrity that you know politics, because you're a celebrity, you think you speak for all of us. You need to stop it. Because what you're doing is you're calling down something that you don't want to see. Because like what they always say, the revolution won't be televised. Well, now the revolution will be televised, but the revolution gonna touch everybody. Don't do this. Stop it. If I want to vote for Kanye West, motherfucker, let me vote for Kanye West. If I want to vote for motherfucking Donald Trump, if I want to vote for Bernie Sanders, if I want to vote for if I want to vote for Gucci Man, shut the fuck up and let me cast my fucking ballot. Y'all motherfuckers have taken this shit too far, and y'all are telling people what the fuck they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing. You motherfuckers don't control us. He a racist. Maybe I like racists. How about that? Ain't that my right as an American last time I checked? So let's go ahead and let's do this. Let me first play my favorite part of the show. I done got riled up. My feathers done got ruffled.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17
right,
USC 107.
My boo thing. My wife's. So, let's go ahead, and I want to kick this off with, of course, the political figure that was one of the main people to ignite this shit and start this shit off. And who could that be? None other than that grand old AOC. And it's like my thing with this, just listen to how they talking. And number one, my biggest thing was that ain't none of these motherfuckers gonna do shit. But they the ones, and most what one of the things that we always talk about in Soul Nation, one of the things that Tommy always say, motherfucking the women are the ones that's kicking shit off, and the men be the ones paying the price for it. It be the men dying, it be the men going to jail, and it be the women in the background doing the yelling and the screaming, the poking and the prodding, and all the fucking gaslighting. And meanwhile, it's men that are going against this shit, that are actually going out and doing some shit, and that winds up fucking getting hurt, getting killed, getting locked up. So let's check this shit out.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez doesn't want people to forget the people who continue to enable you-know-who. In a tweet asking, is anyone archiving the you-know-who sycophants when they try to downplay or deny their complicity in the future? Do you foresee a decent probability of many deleted writings and tweets and photos in the future?
That's November 6th. And what the fuck is a sycophant? Can somebody Google that shit for me? I saw that shit. I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? What the fuck is that? Need a definition on that shit. But what I'm saying is, like, you got somebody who's saying that. And my thing would be this. Why would she say this? What do you mean archiving? And that's what I'm telling you. It's like you got a motherfucker saying something that don't really know what the fuck this shit can lead to, and they think the shit is sweet. Because they think, oh, I'm a congresswoman. I can do whatever I want, say whatever I want. Well, that's what that motherfucker thought a few years back. That was was that a congressman or a senator that was at that goddamn baseball game going to a softball game, and a motherfucking regular motherfucking constituent rolled up and laced that motherfucker up real quick. Shot the shit out of his ass. Then it was, oh, why would he do something like that? Because y'all motherfuckers that sit up there in public office, y'all fuck around with people's lives. And y'all think the shit a game because all y'all sit up there together, and because y'all all in the same little circles, in the same little environments, even though y'all do y'all fuckery and debauchery once the motherfucking lights go out, y'all think that shit is funny, and y'all think that shit is cool to do. But you don't realize you keep pushing a motherfucker, to the edge, shit is going to eventually come back and haunt you and bite you in the ass.
Is she trying to make sure they are held accountable, or is she sort of advocating cancel culture? I'll start with you, Sarah. What's your thoughts?
I'm not sure what she's trying to do here, but she's got to remember that over 70 million people voted for this outgoing administration and the Republican Party. So these people will work again. And honestly, the sleaziest in this culture can still sell a book or a movie. Like, it's going to happen. People that hire them will do their appropriate checks and balances. But this is a bit about archiving or making a list, kind of reminds you of the Red Scare and McCarthyism. So I think it's a slippery slope to endorse this type of action. And I think she needs to do what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris said in their victory speeches. It's time to cooperate and come together right now. She represents people that need help. We're in the throes of a pandemic, and healthcare is being considered in a conservative-leaning Supreme Court right now. We've got stimulus checks that haven't come out. We've got, we could work on our minimum wage increases.
And it's like, you see how she's rattling off all this other shit that the so-called congressman who's for the people should be concerned about? And this what this bitch is asking for? A list? This is what you asking for, a list. And it's like, what are you gonna do? What is this list supposed to mean? What are you gonna do to these people that you have on this list? And what do you think the fallout is gonna be from that? Do you really think that if I found out that I didn't get something, or somebody did something to me, or something happened to me because I was put on a list that this bitch asked for, and that's a list that the fucking politicians are fucking working to cancel parts of my life? What do you think I'm gonna do? What do you think others are gonna do? You think we're gonna come and beg to be taken off the list? You think we're gonna come and say, please don't do this to us no more, Alexandria, AOC, please stop us? You really think that's what we gonna do? You think all 70 million fucking Trump supporters gonna come and grovel at the feet of fucking Congress to ask for y'all forgiveness and to be taken off the list? What are we gonna do? Offer to be indentured servants so we can pay back our debt to society for us doing this such an egregious thing? Fuck you mean accountability? You fucking around with fire, you will get burned. This shit is atrocious. And my other point to that is how the fuck are Democrats, the people who voted for this bitch, the people who are on this bitch's side, ain't speaking up saying, hold on, bitch, you going too far. So because I like fucking West Coast rap, I can't go to the East Coast no more? I can't go to New York? Is that what we saying now? I can't go to Miami? Why? Because you like West Coast rap. That shit is crazy.
1,000 things that could help her people. So I think focusing on positive change and just leaving trolling to Twitter, because they do a great job at it.
Right. And Sonny, what do you think? Is this the right direction to be thinking right now? Or is she sort of late in saying, hey, is anybody watching this?
You know, I think that Trump tear-gassed peaceful protesters for a photo op.
Did you hear her just fucking lie? She said Trump. Who the fuck did Trump tear gas? Do you hear how these motherfuckers just insist on fucking lying? Can somebody please tell me who the fuck Trump tear gas? Just innocent people that he just tear gassed? Like, when has anybody seen Donald Trump with a fucking gun, let alone a tear gas? Fucking, man, come on.
Trump ripped children from their parents. I think that Trump
ripped people from their parents? Or was that Joe Biden and Obama that made the cage? Who made the cages, Joe? Really? You see how they just trying to put any and everything that is bad on Trump? It's all Trump's fault. These motherfuckers are lying so and here's my problem with this. They're lying so consistently and so easily that if you don't say anything about this shit, the shit will become true. And people right now today, they truly think and believe that Trump got these kids in these cages. They believe that. They don't nobody ever say shit about Obama and Biden, the motherfuckers who started the cages. None of them ever say anything about, well, you know, Obama started these cages, but Trump should have been the one that got rid. Don't nobody ever say that. They just say, Trump in these cages, he's splitting up families.
players, sons of bitches, I think that for exercising their First Amendment rights, And I think those people in his administration that not only drafted some of those policies, but were complicit in those policies shouldn't be forgotten. People like Kirsten Nielsen, people like Stephen Miller, people like Kellyanne Conway, people like Vice President.
She's literally calling the roll. So that means, you know what that means, right? At least as far as social media is concerned, some public figures, there actually is a list.
Pence, who was woefully inadequate at his role of being the head of the coronavirus task force, and people like Ben Carson and Betsy DeVos.
Do you hear this, bitch? What the fuck are you gonna do to Betsy DeVos, Ben Carson, Vice President Pence? What the fuck are you gonna do to them? What are you talking about? All I'm telling you is this, and this is something I was talking with my brother Easy about. You know, quite a few years ago, there was a little short white guy. And what this little short white guy began to do, he began to just talk about a group of people in a fucking bar, a pub, if you will. He just began to talk about how this little group of people, how this certain group of people were the problems for everybody else. Like how we say racist is the problem for black folks, how we say white folks is the problems that is the problem why black folks is where they are, because of systemic racism, and it's these white people that are causing the problems and keeping us down and oppressing us. But that's what this little short guy started doing. And the little short guy, he started talking in these little bars, little taverns, little pubs. And it got to the point to where there was so many people that began to listen to him. He started talking out on the street corners. And those little 2 to 3 people that he started with sitting at a table in the pub, till he's actually talking to everybody in the pub, standing up on the bar, because he's a short guy. He then moved outside to the corner, standing up on a soapbox. Those little 2s and fews turned to 10s and 20s. Those 10s and 20s, those 30s and turns to 30s and 40s, turns to hundreds. Then it turned to thousands. And all the while, he's saying the same thing. And the problem with this is, and hear me when I say this, if you tell a lie long enough, it becomes the truth. To where it wasn't just a handful of people or a small group of people saying this thing, it became thousands, tens of thousands. After making a few connections with a few people, yep, JC, it became a movement. Then it got political. Before you know it, this little short motherfucker that started out running his mouth at a fucking beer pub became a fucking general. Then he became a damn near a fucking emperor. You know who that motherfucker was? His name was Adolf Hitler. And you know what Adolf Hitler almost did? You know what people always talk about what he did to this certain group of people, the Jewites. He damn near took over the fucking world. To the point to where had it not been for a motherfucker saying, hey, wait, guys. I know we having fun and all this shit, living this American life and getting it in, but somebody needs to look at this motherfucker over here, because he done took over Belgium. He done took over all these other motherfuckers. This motherfucker's taking over too much shit. He's killing motherfuckers. He was like an Ed 209. And we was like, that thing's a killer. I love saying that. But that's what beginning to tell a lie in the beginning, you tell it long enough, it becomes the truth. You get enough people to buy into that propaganda, it becomes a fucking movement. Next thing you know, that movement becomes a fucking army. You become a fucking political group. You become fucking terrorists. And yes, it's Easy's point. Those few little words and what he did, and as quick as he rose to the point of power that he did it in about 4 years. 4 years? That's about the length of a presidential term, ain't it? Yep, sure the fuck is. It's to the point to where he did so much in such a short little bit of time. They even got a fucking TV show about what if he had won. Y'all ever seen that show? If you ever get a chance, what is the name of that shit? What is it called? I can't think of the name of the TV show. But there's a TV show on Netflix that literally like talks about had this motherfucker winning and what the world would have been like. I know somebody gonna drop it in the chat in a second. But it was a thing to where, and my only point to that, man in the high castle, there we go. My only point to that is just saying, when you have people telling lies, when you have people calling for shit, even though it may not seem like nothing now because you're in the moment, what it can turn out to be if you're not calling shit out, which is why I'm doing this show tonight, what it can turn out to be is a fucking movement. What it can turn out to be is a fucking onslaught, a fucking war against another group of people. All because a motherfucker sitting back suggesting some shit over and over again to where people begin to listen to it. That's my point. Yes, Lewis, his people loved him. But what did it all start out with? Y'all know why we don't have shit, right? Y'all know why shit is fucked up for us, right? You see, we can't even have nothing. Why they got all of this? Why they got all of that? How come they get to do all of this? We don't have anything. What do we have? When we gonna get our turn? When are we gonna get something? And you say that shit long enough, motherfuckers gonna be like, yeah, you right. Yeah, you right, man. Shit, when are we gonna get our time? Well, I tell you what. Y'all meet me here next week. We'll talk about it. Y'all meet me here next week. We'll figure it out. Y'all go bring your friends. Get some more guys. Shit. It's more of us than it is them. Let's make some shit happen. We don't have shit to lose. Let's go after them. And you keep building up and building up. You make the right connections with this person that got money, that person that got money, this person got an army of people, that person got an army of people. Next thing you know, what are you doing? You're rounding up a bunch of motherfuckers based on their name, where they live, and how they look. That's what it is. And when you have people talking like this is how the fuck shit starts.
I don't think that those people should be able to profit from their experience within the Trump administration. And I don't think that they should be forgotten. And I don't think that we should look the other way. I think we need to remember, because if you don't remember things, then past becomes prologue. And I do think that people need to be held accountable for their actions. And I don't think it is reminiscent of McCarthyism at all.
So you basically saying they don't get to profit, so I don't get to make a living. I don't get to earn money. I don't get to have a life. The same life that you get to fucking live, because I don't think the way that you think, because I don't vote the way that you vote, then now I don't get to live like the rest of us. I don't get to have a fucking multi-million-dollar fucking TV deal like you do because you vote this way and I voted that way. So because I vote that way, then I don't get to live like the rest of us. And like I said, the fact that other Democrats, other people, I don't give a shit if you did like you voted for Biden. This should be a thing to where nobody should say this. Nobody should be able to come out and talk like this. And there's no backlash. Nobody's saying nothing. Now, I tell you what, exactly. So JC says, so I guess we need to go see her at her house since she wants to round up people who voted differently than her. Exactly. Now, if we show the fuck up at her house, now we're harassing. Now we're antagonizing. Now we're terrorizing. When this bitch is calling on national television, she's calling for all of these people to be held accountable and to not be able to make a living. And that's okay. When have you ever seen some Trump supporters? When have you ever seen some conservatives? When have you ever seen some Republicans saying some shit like this? That's insane.
Okay, Joe, what's your opinion? Go ahead.
Well, we will remember. We'll remember. The newspapers, Facebooks, Twitter, everybody's going to remember who these people are. But let's not, everybody is not in the same basket, in my opinion. On the one hand, you have people like Flynn, Manafort, Stone, and Trump who actually have committed crimes, and they need to go to jail, period. Then you have people who have been...
Like Hillary Clinton? She won't mention her, though, will she? I'm all for saying, hey, if you broke the law, your ass should go to jail. But how the fuck do you just pick and choose who the fuck that happens to? Seriously. These motherfucking celebrities, man, they have really fucking lost their minds. They really think that they got it sweet and that they should be the ones speaking on this. Half of these motherfuckers don't even know what the fuck is going on in the real world. Half of these motherfuckers don't even do the research that it takes to even know half of the shit that they speaking about. They're literally letting somebody else feed them some fucking talking points while they're in a dressing room getting fucking tons of fucking makeup spackled onto their face while they're sipping some fucking Starbucks and eating a fucking Danish. Shout out to my boy Alvin who eat the Danish. I know. And they're literally saying, oh, so say this. Yeah, okay, I'll say this part and then say that part like this. Okay, is there anything else I should mention? That's literally what the fuck these motherfuckers are doing. That they're being propped up on this fucking stage to say this shit, and they're not even thinking about what they're saying and what the consequences can be for their fucking call-outs, for what they're fucking trying to enact. They are literally planting seeds of fucking civil war, and they think this shit is sweet.
Miller and Sessions by separating those children, and now we don't even the lawyers can't find their parents who are...
Right, Sessions is just, so now you're blaming the children that are being separated. Those motherfuckers, let me tell you something. For those people who may be watching this thinking, yeah, well, them kids that's locked up, man, them kids in them cages, that is true. Here's the thing about the kids in the cages. The kids in the cages are left there by their parents on purpose. Because let me tell you something. If I was an immigrant trying to get over here and I got separated from my child, nothing but death would keep me from it. Like in The Color Purple. Only death could keep me from my kid. But you know what those parents are thinking? You know why those parents have left those children and they're not trying to be found? It's because they know that at some point, those kids are going to have to get released into the country. And they know at some point that those kids, if they are released into the country, they have a chance at a better life than what they would have in the country that they came from. Which lets you know, again, this is the greatest country in the fucking world. Because you don't see a bunch of fucking people taking their kids over to fucking China and leaving them. You don't see a bunch of fucking immigrants taking their kids over to fucking North Korea and leaving them. You sure as shit don't, do you? They're leaving them there because they know, I know that my kid can survive at has a better rate of survival and success than they do in our own country. Which is why they came over here in the first place. Which is why they left them. Those parents knew exactly what the fuck they were doing. They left their children on purpose. Because you know what? I would do the same. If I know ain't shit here for my kid, and I know that my kid has a better chance over here, I would leave my kid there. Yes, it would break my heart, but I want my kid to have a better life than me. And if I can't build that, being in fucking Mexico, being in fucking Haiti, or being wherever the fuck it is, I'm going to put my kid over there. maybe one day, 10 or 15, 20 years later, we can reunite and I can explain to them why I did what I did. But I know that what they're doing and what they're living at is better than the life that they would have here in our home country. So don't get this shit twisted like fucking our fucking government has this evil plan to keep kids locked up in cages. We don't benefit from that shit. It's a situation where you just can't let motherfuckers come over here and just take over. You have to have some type of order to this shit. And if these people are getting over here illegally, fuck that. It's not the way it goes. Ain't no other country doing that shit. Oh, we just let you show up. You here. We don't have those kind of resources. We don't have that fucking type of country no more where you just show the fuck up and then you here. Go forth. You're an American now. It's not that easy. There are drastic consequences and the financial burden that is put on us taxpayers that we have to incur because of that. Because like it or not, our tax dollars are going for them fucking cages. The resources that it takes to even run it on the basic level is still tax dollars that are being spent that could be allocated to other places like veterans, like our own American homeless. How about that? Like mental institutions. How about that? That's my point.
Trying to do it now. So I think you have to be specific about who you're going to target as collaborators. As far as Kellyanne Conway and those people, they're just mediocrities who will try to scrape around another job and they'll pop up somewhere. But people like the Mooch, let's say, take the Mooch or Michael Cohen. These are people who have turned a corner big time. It's like John Dean from the Nixon administration, who now works at MSNBC. You know, so, I mean, I'm in touch with Scaramucci and here and there Michael Cohen. These are guys who really mean it at this point. So I don't think they belong on the list. And
the
you're right,
list.
Sarah, you don't want to play their game. Every enemy's list has been coming from the right. We don't need to do it also.
You hear that shit? The list. And I guess it's like one of those things to where I'm just looking at this from a realistic point of view. If I feel as though I'm on a list, then I guess the motherfuckers that put me on the list are my enemies. The people who supported that list are my enemies. And these celebrities be the main ones. And you just watch this. So you see these right here that we just did. Just think about this. All of these celebrities that come out talking about other celebrities like they did Ice Cube, like they did Lil Wayne, like they did all these other motherfuckers that came out and said they endorsed Trump. They all say this one thing. They being used by Trump. Well, who the fuck is being used by you? Who the fuck are you being used by? Why are you coming out saying what you're saying about a motherfucker who has a right to do what it is they're doing? So that would mean that you're being used. That would mean that you're being pimped. That would mean that you're being exploited. But it's not exploitation when it's a Democrat that's doing it. It's only exploitation when the Republicans are doing it. Oh, okay. It's only exploitation and it's only bad and you're being pimped when it's the conservatives that are doing it. Oh, they're using you, brother. Oh, they're using you, black man. But then when the Democrats do it, what the fuck would that be? These motherfuckers are trying to tell you that it's wrong to root for the AFC because you should be rooting for the NFC. That's what the fuck they're doing. And they think that shit is okay. It's like, motherfucker, if I like the AFC, I like the goddamn AFC. The fuck you mean? You shouldn't like the Western Conference. The Western Conference is racist. If you're not voting, if you're not supporting the Eastern Conference, then you are a coon. What? What the fuck kind of shit is that? How is it that I'm actually vilified because of the certain party that I have a right to choose to support? Why the fuck can't I do that in fucking peace? As opposed to saying, oh, well, because you this and you over there, then you my enemy. I can't talk to you. I can't look at you. I got to talk about you. It's insane. Let me tell you something. I cannot even begin to tell you, not that I really give two fucks, but the point to be made is I can't tell you how many people that I have lost relationship with because of who I vote for or voted for, because of what my own individual independent thoughts are. Motherfuckers literally have a problem with me because of what I choose as a fucking American. And that's why I put up the picture of just saying, is democracy dying? I gotta be with your ass and what the fuck you say, or I'm nothing? I'm a clown? I'm a coon? I'm a grifter? I'm a fucking charlatan? I'm a fucking a slave? I'm every fucking negative thing in the fucking world simply because I don't see shit the same way you do. Just let that sit in the pot and marinate for a minute. Let it boil and bubble a little bit. Because of what I have a right to choose, to wear, to think, to say, it's a problem. Let me tell you something. I don't wear my Trump hat when I'm out with my family. And it's not that I'm afraid of what would happen to me or my family. It's about what I'm afraid what I would do to a motherfucker in front of my family. Because I'm telling you right now, all this shit that y'all see on TV, where these motherfucking Antifa motherfuckers, all of these fucking Black Lives Matter motherfuckers, all of these fucking Biden-Harris supporters and all that shit, y'all can say and do whatever the fuck y'all want. But y'all hit my car, y'all motherfucking run up in my face, y'all throw some shit at me and while I'm sitting in a fucking restaurant, I'm not one of these motherfuckers that's just, oh, well, I'm scared and I don't want to. I'm a nigga off a 12 tray deuce, off a 12 deuce, low down in Chicago, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck when it come to my safety and my family. I'm not gonna sit back and run and walk away and let you motherfuckers shove me and push me. I'm from the wild hundreds. At the end of the day, I will zip my nigga suit all the way up, put the hood on and pull them drawstrings tight, and I will unleash a level of fucking gangsterism on you niggas that will be newsworthy for years to come. That's why I don't wear it. Because I know how stupid you motherfuckers are to where y'all will push some shit and bring out some shit that y'all would have never thought could be done. I didn't think that a motherfucker sitting at a ritzy-ditzy steakhouse would be that fucking gangster and ignorant. Thank you, 119th and normal. Tell these niggas, Sean. Tell these niggas. These niggas don't know nothing about the nine. These motherfuckers over in these motherfucking bullshit ass motherfucking areas over in Oregon and shit like that, they don't know nothing about the nine. They don't know nothing about the deuce. They think that shit is sweet. You try it if you want to. I ain't gonna stop. It's not gonna be, hey, it's okay, man. It's not gonna be like that. It's to the end. I'm not gonna stop until you've stopped. Moving, breathing. When that shit is over, that's when I stop. And then I'm going to the next motherfucker that's with you. Guilty by association, nigga. That's how that shit works. That's the thing that these motherfuckers think is okay and think is good. It ain't like that. It's not like that everywhere. And the thing that y'all playing with, I got a little bit of sense to know what I am and know what I would do to the point to where I'll say, I'll do that for you. I do that for you fucking protesting motherfuckers. Because you ain't gonna even get up in my face with a fucking megaphone. Nigga, that's my personal space. I don't give a fuck if you peaceful protesting or not. You better get the fuck out my face. That's the type of nigga you gonna meet. On live and everything. You motherfuckers try to pull that bullshit with me. I'm not pulling out my phone. saying, you see what they're doing to me? You see this? I hope y'all can see. That ain't what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Tug Ready. The fuck y'all wanna do? Do something, nigga. That's what you gonna hear. What happened? All I heard was the guy got up in his face and he threw some water out of his bottle. I mean, it was just water in a bottle. Next thing I heard was do something, and then the nigga started shooting. It was like a fucking well-trained, upgraded, advanced Kyle Rittenhouse. Shout out to Kyle Rittenhouse for getting out on fucking bail. That's what it's gonna be. And it's all because of what? You don't like who I voted for? You don't like for the political views that I have, my stance on certain things, certain issues? Because I don't believe that motherfuckers should be able to abort babies up until they 9 months? Because I don't believe that in today's world, any and every motherfucking woman should be able to practice fucking contraceptives enough to the point where they won't have to have abortions? Back in the 60s and the 70s, maybe abortions were a necessity. They're not today. Bitch, get on the pill. It's too many forms of contraception for you motherfuckers to have an abortion. Y'all shouldn't be getting pregnant on accident in 2020. Fuck you mean? Then when you talk about, well, maybe you didn't plan on fucking that night. Okay, you tripped and fell on a dick. I get it. Take the fucking plan B. I ain't got $50. If you ain't got $50 for a plan B, bitch, you don't need to be fucking. Facts. If your ass can't afford, that need to be a fucking rule. If you can't afford a plan B, you don't need to have sex. It should be a law. Write that shit in the books. I'd vote for it. You need to be able to purchase a plan B at any given point in time. If you can't buy or afford a plan B, you don't need to be fucking. And people always throw this up when you bring up abortions. Well, what about people who get raped? Fine. If you get raped and you filed a police report, then yes, you can have an abortion. Now shut up. Now shut up. You went ahead, you got raped, and you didn't know, you go ahead, but you know what? You wouldn't have to have an abortion, because when you actually get raped and you actually do a rape kit, they give you a plan B. They give it to you already. It come with your rape kit. Not the rape kit that they do when the rapists have. I'm talking about the rape kit they perform to collect evidence. While they scraping your fingernails, swabbing your coochie, and doing all that cutting, taking hairs and shit from your genital areas, they actually will give your ass a plan B. They won't give you no Henny to go with it. You don't get Henny on a plan B, but you get a plan B and some H2O on the rocks or straight up. I don't know if you can buy them with food stamps or not, but they need to send them. They need to send out plan Bs with every fucking ballot. If they can do mail-in ballots to every home, they should do fucking plan Bs and birth control to every goddamn home. That way you don't have an excuse. Now let's listen to what the fuck John Legend, all of a sudden political ass, is motherfucking talking about.
John Legend was also at the Pennsylvania rally last night in support of Joe Biden, and he called out the black male rappers who have recently shown their support for Donald Trump.
Yeah, so we talked about Lil Wayne endorsing Trump last week. So Wayne met with Trump at the White House to try to convince him to contribute more funds to the black community. We also discussed Ice Cube doing the same thing a few weeks ago. Saturday Night Live poked fun at both rappers this weekend. Cube did laugh about it on Twitter and wrote "F you SNL," trying to reduce me to greed.
And it's like they don't understand, like, y'all niggas are talking to fucking Ice Cube, Mr. America himself, Mr. Death Certificate himself. Are you serious? They literally try to use just lies and propaganda to make Cube into being a fucking coon or whatever. Out of all the rappers? Really? I think the only motherfuckers that's more pro-black than Cube is fucking X-Clan. This is protected by the red, the black, and the green with a key. Sissies. You can't get no more pro-black than Cube on that level. Who? X-Clan? Okay. Anybody else you can go by? That's my best pick. X-Clan, Public Enemy. You can say the Public Enemy. They definitely ones pro-black. Not Flavor Flav. Let me change that. Chuck D from Public Enemy. That's 2. Who else could be considered more pro-black than Cube? I can't think of nobody else. Y'all help me out. Who could be more pro-black than Ice Cube? Poor Righteous Teachers, okay? KRS-One. I can give you that. With his no hit making ass, KRS-One ain't had a hit, boy, since the 80s. For respect. I go. There's too many niggas that like KRS-One. Brand Nubian. Listen to these names. That motherfucker said Mr. T. Wait, what was that dude? Paris? Y'all remember Paris? Oh shit. Who else? Tim Dog? Tim Dog, that's my motherfucking name. Tim Dog, that's my motherfucking name. Tim Dog. Y'all remember Tim Dog? Okay. Now I'm talking about rappers. Niggas in the music business. Who else can be, who else is more pro-black than Cube? Hey, that nigga said Ice Outcast, boy, please. Right, Paris, the devil made me do it. That Paris. Paris is my name. I don't sleep. I drop science, keep the peace. Man, Buster? No, Buster ain't more pro-black than Cube. Y'all just telling y'all so you know what I'm saying is true. Hey, y'all turned around and tried to make that dude be a coon. He was wrong. Jerry Ruth the Damager. God damn. Y'all see where we at though? Do you see the caliber of rappers that we are at when we talking about who's more pro-black? Willie D, boy, get the fuck out of my face on the internet. Run DMC, no way. Nigga said Willie D. I see some bald-headed hoes himself. No, sir. His no rhyming ass, no way. Oh, man, boy, I tell you. Y'all niggas crazy. But I'm just saying, Sister Soldier, okay. The cast from the rappers from Self-Destruction. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Queen Latifah? Nope. Talib Kweli? Nope. Boy, let me tell y'all got to go back and listen to Ice Cube. Ice Cube was not only pro-black, Ice Cube was militant than a motherfucker. Cube was on that shit for real. I'm telling you, go back and listen to that old school Cube. Nigga said Bone Thugs. Hey, it's Bushwick, minister, not Boshwick. Boshwick Bill is Chris Bosh's cousin. Yeah, but y'all need to go back and look at Cube, them first 3 albums that he did. Cube was on that other shit. Gorillas in the Mist? Come on, man. Come on, man. Exactly. He had a song called Arrest the President. You can't even say Ice-T. Ice-T ass did that one little cop killer shit, that cop killer song. And that was about it. He was not as militant as Ice Cube. Ice Cube got albums where he talking about that shit. Facts. Don't just think it's all about today was a good day. Y'all didn't watch that shit.
Yeah, and yesterday, Lil Pump appeared at Trump's rally. Now,
That nigga said
Trump,
Beastie Boys.
Oh God.
not totally sure. Like, I'm going to say this again. Lil Pump. Okay, so Lil
No.
Pump
It's
appeared
Lil
at
Pimp.
Trump's rally.
Let's.
Lil Pump appeared at Trump's rally, and this was Donald Trump's grand entrance for him.
One of the big superstars of the world, Little Pimp. There he is.
Now here's the point. He fucked up the name, and because he don't know who the fuck Little Pump is. He has no fucking clue who Little Pump is. And my other point to that would be this. Yeah, I already said that's clan. But my other point would be this. Do you think that Joe Biden listens to Cardi B? Do you think Biden listens to Offset? Do you think Biden listens to the Migos? No, they don't. He doesn't. He wouldn't know Quavo if Quavo walked up to him and started rapping Versace. He wouldn't know who that is. Hell, I wouldn't know either. I'd take a guess. I'd be like, you must be one of the Migos. I would at least say that. You tell him Offset is outside and the Oval Office waiting to see. He gonna be like, what? What is the Offset? Something's wrong? Secret Service, where you at? He don't know who Offset, Quavo. He don't know who them motherfuckers are. Just saying. Right. Kamala didn't listen to Snoop in the 80s. Lying bitch. Now everybody knows who Snoop Dogg is. Everybody know who Tupac was. I get it. But you don't know that these people don't know these people. So it is what it is. But listen to the crowd.
How's it going? Do you want to come up and say something? Do you want to? Come on. Little Pump. Come on. Come on up here. Come on up here. Does everyone know who he is? Do you know how big he is? Come on up here.
And I will say this. There has not been another president that has known, hung out with, met, took pictures with, and was talked about in hip-hop more than Donald Trump. Facts. The most talked about president and the most, I mean, not president, but celebrity, period. Donald Trump. Donald Trump got the most mentions and the most pictures with niggas in hip-hop than any other president, including your boy Barry Obama. That's a fact.
That's a nice hat. Come on, say something.
Hello, everybody. How you guys feeling? I come here to say, Mr. President, I appreciate everything you've done for our country. You brought the troops home, and you're doing the right thing. MAGA 2020. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. And do not vote for Sleepy Joe at all.
Now, my thing is this. Whether you agree with what he said or whether you agree with him even being there, does he have a right to be there? Yes. And if you don't like the fact that he's up there, you can say what the fuck you want about him, but why the fuck do you think he needs to be put on a list and something needs to happen to him for doing that? And if you're going to say something about what he said, or if you're going to say something about the fact that he got up to speak, critique what he's talking about, not just who he's supporting, because you should have a right to do that.
Some people see the meanness, the bullying, the selfishness of Donald Trump, and they mistake it for strength, a kind of twisted masculinity. Some see his greed.
I don't ever in my life, I don't ever, and I don't want my son to ever be masculine like fucking John Legend. John Legend is not a symbol of strength or masculinity. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I don't care what you say. He is a masculine man, and he is. They can call him the sexiest man alive if you want to, whatever the fuck. All I'm going to say is this. When I think of masculinity, the last motherfucker I'm thinking about is John Legend. John Legend does not represent masculinity at all. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, how you try to write it, how you try to spin it. Say whatever you want to say in the comment section. All I got to say is this motherfucker don't represent masculinity at all. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. I won't. I can't. Nope. No way. No how. I don't kind of see it. Or maybe on a Friday. Or maybe this. Nope. He does not represent masculinity. Here's the masculinity test. If you want to think that a person is masculine or not, just say this. Hey, if I saw or heard of this person getting caught sucking a dick, would I be surprised? If you say yes, that person's not masculine. If you say no, then you say, yeah, that motherfucker here is a masculine dude. Somebody told me Wesley Snipes got caught sucking somebody's dick. I'm going to be like, what? Wesley Snipes? I didn't even know he was gay. That's what I would say. Somebody tell me, yeah, they caught John Legend. He was going down on this dude in the limo. And John Legend with the wife and the kids? Yes, I'd be like, I ain't surprised. I'd be like, well, you know, yeah. At the least, John Legend bisexual. I get it. Hey, man, that's his right. If that's what he likes, that's what he likes. You tell me that The Rock got caught sucking dick, I'm going to be like, oh, damn, The Rock, Joe? Are you serious? The Rock, nigga? Oh, man. That's what I'm going to say. I would be like, damn, The Rock get down like that? Hey, man, that's his right. That's what he want to do. Cool. I get it. I understand. No problem. You tell me that Quavo from the Migos got caught sucking the dick. I'm like, what? This nigga Quavo? No, man, you lying. Man, y'all lying. That nigga Quavo didn't do that. That's what I'm going to say. That's how I'm going to look. I'm going to be like, what? Why would he do that? He's not gay. Well, he must be. Now, you tell me that Tank got caught sucking dick? I'm going to be like, well, you know, Tank said you can try it at least twice. I'm not going to be surprised. That's what I'm going to say. You tell me that, you know, they call Tank sucking the dude dick, man. That nigga, man. And yeah, it's on video and everything, man. I'd be like, well, you know, I ain't got to prove it to me. I believe it. He said you can suck dick at least twice, and he wouldn't consider you gay. So obviously he's been there. He must like it. That's what I'm gonna say. It is what it is. That's it. You tell me Drake got caught sucking some dick, I'm gonna be like, oh no, Drake, he gay. I didn't know. I had no idea, no clue whatsoever. I thought he was straight. You tell me Tevin Campbell got caught sucking dick, I'm gonna be like, well, which time is this? It's like the 7th, 8th time he got caught. Oh shit. Tevin Campbell getting down. That's what you're gonna do. You're not gonna be surprised. Tevin Campbell is not masculine. He had some great songs as a kid, but he is not masculine. He's just not. That's it. Hell, even the dude that played Omar on motherfucking The Wire, I would be surprised that he gay. And he played a gay thug on The Wire. I would be like, nah, not Omar, nigga. No way, no how. Yeah, they called Omar, man. I'll be like, oh, no, nigga, y'all lying. That's what I'm going to say. But then you turn around and say, hey, Doogie Howser got caught sucking. Oh, yeah, that's what he do. That's what it is.
Mistake it for being good at business. Some of your former favorite rappers have been taken in by these lies. even founded a new supergroup. It's called The Sunken Place.
And it's classic. This is the other thing that pisses me off about the liberals that do this, or the Democrats that do this, whatever the fuck. The name calling, it goes hand in hand. And it's like when you look at conservatives, when you look at for the majority, because nothing is absolute. When you look at the majority of conservatives, the majority of Republicans, the majority of Trump supporters, they may disagree with your politics, but they don't start out calling your ass a name. They don't start out talking cash shit about you as a person. They just don't. These motherfuckers, they always do. Because they won't put out no facts. They won't actually put out true and argue fucking points. They just say, well, you know, you in the sunken place. Oh, well, hey, y'all are just, y'all like being exploited. Y'all being pimped. What the fuck do you mean? As this dude is talking about this, clearly supporting Biden. Why can't I support Trump and you support Biden? Why do I have to be something else or something different or something worse because I choose to vote for this person? Well, that person's a racist. We can argue that till the cows come home, but I have actual facts that prove that your guy is more racist than my guy. So how about that? How about that? Let's just say that. If that's what we really gonna talk about, then let's just say that. I can actually prove and show you actual fucking video footage of your guy hanging with, rolling with, eulogizing, kicking it with, speaking about racist fucking shit consistently over the fucking 50 fucking years he's been in office. Ain't never did shit for niggas, but you as a nigga are supporting this dude. I get it, but it's still your choice. That's what you want, fine. But don't be mad at me because I have facts and you don't. Well, what he said about Chicago, the Central Park 5 back in the 80s. Motherfucker, that was back in 85. And he said what everybody else was saying. Let's get these motherfucking niggas that did this pretty white woman. That's because that's what the fucking cops said. That's what the fucking media said. Everybody was saying it. Even the fucking Central Park 5 fucking parents agreed and thought that they did the shit. Well, just go and do 5 years. Take the time. Crazy than a motherfucker, man.
But Trump's platinum plan for black folks is nothing but fool's gold. Because you can't bank on a word he says.
Listen to him, and here's my thing. Why does he have this preacher vibe? You know why? Because that's what niggas like. They like to hear old pastor talk to them, preach to them while they talking. Now, this a motherfucking singer. We're not ordinary people. But now, all of a sudden, he done flip pastor. You see what I'm saying? And that ain't putting on a show? That's not motherfucking pandering? Are y'all serious? He's not playing the role, playing the game? You see, the people that are voting for Trump thinking that he is a businessman. Come on, man, I know the game.
Ask the students of Trump University. Ask all of the contractors he stiffed. Ask the people his charity was supposed to help before it was shut down for being a fraud. Ask all the black and brown Americans who are dying from this virus and losing their jobs under his watch.
Under his watch. Under his watch. And you got Biden talking about shutting this motherfucker down, bend it backwards, like motherfucking mystical. That's what's happening. That's under his watch. You got all these fucking governors that's closing down their fucking cities. Texas open like a motherfucker. Shout out to Texas. But all these other motherfucking Democratic cities, Chicago, LA, shut down like a motherfucker. Look like ghost towns. Economy being destroyed as we speak. How is that Trump's fault? You motherfuckers wouldn't shut down. I mean, you motherfuckers wouldn't open up when he told you to open up. So how the fuck is it his fault that y'all motherfuckers ain't opened up now? He been telling y'all to open this shit up for fucking months. Florida, open. Getting it in. And it's like, I don't understand how these people think that this shit is fucking, like, this is the thing. We should all be in the house. Seriously? It's impossible. You got plenty of fucking doctors and scientists that are saying, yeah, being in the house ain't gonna help us, y'all. This shit is here. It ain't going nowhere. It's still motherfuckers catching H1N1. It's still motherfuckers catching fucking pneumonia. It's still motherfuckers catching any type of virus. The virus never goes away. The only thing that will save us is herd immunity. We have to get out and get it. Unless you have a motherfucker that is high risk. You the only motherfucker that need to stay in the house until they come up with this fucking vaccine. Take your best chance with it. Unless you're going to stay in the house for the rest of your fucking life. That's who should be the first ones to go out and get this shit. Whether they can try, whether they think it's going to work or not. You need to take a chance on that shit. Because of the benefits versus the motherfucking, the reward versus the fucking drawback from it. You not getting it is still keeping you at risk. You're getting it can possibly help mitigate those risks. And I get the fact that somebody just said that he had 3 people that passed away from COVID-19. I guarantee you that those 3 people that you're talking about, James Hudson, had motherfucking comorbidities going with it. It's less than 1% of the people of the population out of 320 something million people that are dying from this. And most of those people are over the age of 65. So there is a extremely even smaller percentage of people that are dying from COVID-19. And you want to blame all of this on Trump? Okay. Then why not do what the fuck he's telling you to do? Or what is your plan that's better than his? Do more testing so you know more people that got it. What does that do? There is no real plan that you can do from this shit. You can social distance all you want. You still got to go to fucking Walmart. You still got to go get gas. You still got to go to work. You still have to go do something. You got to go out at some point in time. Somebody does. So what the fuck can you really do? Closing this shit ain't gonna do a goddamn thing for nobody but ruin the fucking economy and make everybody more dependent on the fucking government, which is gonna determine what we get, how much we get. We passed $5 trillion worth of COVID funds. And niggas only got $1,200. You do the math on that, goddammit, and tell me that it's some bull. It ain't no bullshit in the game. You tell me it ain't no bullshit in the game. $5 trillion and niggas only got $1,200 and $600 on a fucking unemployment check. Are you serious? You go ahead and add that shit up and tell me if you think that shit worked out.
Isn't strong. He's a coward. And his career in business and in government has been failure after failure after failure.
Just like Steve Jobs, just like that's one. Just like Herman Cain talked about his failures. Just like Bill Gates talked about their failures. Do y'all realize what the fuck Apple was before Apple became what it is? Have you ever watched the Steve Jobs story? Go watch it. Plenty of failures in that shit. Plenty of failures. Look at the Apple, look at Macintosh before OS 9. It was a shit company. Look at Apple before the fucking the iPod. It was a trash fucking company. Some smart computer guys trying to make computers. That fucking company didn't do shit until OS 9. Just like when you look at fucking Windows. What the fuck was Bill Gates in Windows until Microsoft Windows 3.1 came out? What the fuck was it until Windows 95 came out? Plenty of fucking failures. So what the fuck is you talking about? And to top it off, motherfucker, Donald Trump got motherfucking way more money than your ass. Nigga, Donald Trump could pay for you to come play for him like Sam in motherfucking Casablanca, motherfucker. You want to talk for real? You want to kick some facts? Donald Trump got enough money to own your ass, John Legend, to say every time he say, play it again, John, your motherfucking monkey on the piano ass to be like, you must remember this. A kiss is still a kiss. A smile is but a smile. Fuck you mean? Nigga, you considered broke compared to Donald Trump and his bread. Fuck you talking about? You talking about somebody's failures? Nigga, let's talk about that last album. Nigga, let's talk about that. You want to talk about some failures? Let's talk about the last time your ass went number one. Let's talk about that. I'm just saying, this motherfucker here. How the fuck do you have the fucking balls and the audacity to say that? I'm a broke nigga. I will never talk about a nigga who got more money than me. I just won't. I don't give a fuck who they are. I don't give a fuck what they are, what they do. If they got more money than me, I don't care if you selling heroin. I ain't gonna say shit about your money. That's all I'm saying. This motherfucker got plenty of money. He could buy 4 or 5 John Legends if he wanted to and place them in his hotels. Yeah, nigga, you play here every weekend. I'm just saying.
So Adrian says that is so cringy, the part with Little Pimp / Pump. Yeah, Storm says so cringy. Yazzie says that was the first time he's ever heard of him and couldn't get the name right. Someone else was asking, Yazzie said, is John including Kanye too in that conversation? I think he is, yeah, when he refers to the black male rappers. Yeah, John's been outspoken about Kanye's political views as well. And yeah, so we also have 50 Cent, who was kind of part of that conversation.
Hey, click that like button and click the share button, please.
Trump, but then he reversed it. Yeah, what do you make of this whole situation, Six?
It's an obvious move. I mean, you know what I mean? To do that. And I don't know. At the end of the day, it just seems like a
what do you mean obvious move
right
for
now?
What do you mean the obvious move for the rappers to do that, or obvious move for John to say that?
Obvious move to pit the rappers against them for the vote. You know what I mean? It's just a circus over in the States right now, and it's
exactly.
I don't know, like even seeing 2 Chainz, supporting Joe Biden, and he starts off with, I like to be different, and Joe Biden's different, and then he goes right into his song, I'm different. Yeah, I was like, what? Like, this is for real right now? Is this life? Like, I don't know, man. It's just, it's a lot of the stuff happening is so over the top there.
Right.
But we don't call that pandering. And my thing would be this: have you noticed? Have you seen any country singers doing this, calling out other country singers? You seen any heavy metal guys, any bands going against other bands that are voting one way or the other? Have you seen any classical musicians going back and forth about who's voting for who? Have you seen that? Have you seen any alternative rock guys doing it? You seen Creed talking about Democrats? Just let me know. Have you seen Maroon 5 going at it against somebody? You seen Maroon 5 calling out the Backstreet Boys? Tell me, what white musicians do you see pitting each other or going against each other, calling out each other? Have you noticed the common denominator in all of this? It's all niggas. Whether they biracial or not. It's all half-breed, all biracial, whatever the fuck you want to call it, but it's all black entertainers talking shit about other black entertainers. It's stupid. The fact that you motherfuckers are allowing yourselves to be used to talk about another motherfucker, and you can clearly see others that are in your line of work aren't doing it. You don't see Garth Brooks calling out motherfucking country singers. You don't see Garth Brooks talking to motherfucking Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish. I forgot his goddamn name. You don't see it. Do you see Florida Georgia line talking shit to Nelly? That's because I know it's just one song that Florida Georgia line got with Nelly. That's why I said that. You don't see Garth Brooks and Brian Daughtry talking about who you voting for. They either don't deal with the shit at all, or they just keep their fucking mouth shut about it and say, man, I ain't gonna talk about him and who he wanna vote for. Fuck out of my face with that shit. But what do niggas do? Yeah, I'll say something about him. Yeah, sure thing, Joe Biden. I'll talk about him. Sure thing. Yeah, 2 Chainz. I'll say something. You don't fucking see it, man. Did you see Ice Cube talking about people who was voting for Biden? Nope. Did you see Lil Wayne talking about people who voting for Biden? Nope. So you would think that it looks as though the motherfuckers that are really being used are the motherfuckers that are supporting these motherfucking Democrat liberal motherfuckers. Go out and talk about the people that voted for Trump. Okay, I will. I'll say they in the sunken place. How about that? Is that good, Biden and Harris? Yeah, that's good. Call them there. Say they in the sunken place. Talk about how Trump's a failed businessman, even though he's a billionaire. Talk about that. That's like a motherfucker saying Kanye West is a fucking a fucking failed businessman. You know, Kanye West was at one time, he was in debt by $50 million. He's a fucking billionaire now. Fuck you mean? How does that make him a failure? Like you can't fucking lose in the world? If you lose once, you're a loser. That's it. I guess the 72-10 Bulls ain't really shit because they lost 10 games. Yeah, they won 72 and they got a championship, but they lost 10 games though, so they're not really winners. Michael Jordan and them was in the sunken place when they lost them 10 games, y'all. That's what they're saying, man. This shit is ridiculous. And they think that it's fucking sweet where they can talk about this shit. Now check this shit out. And this shit here pissed me off because this motherfucker ain't even black. Fuck wrong with Fat Joe?
I'm telling you right now, if you can't handle this, get the off the live. If you want the real, we gonna talk right now because we gotta vote. And this ain't about no bullshit. I'm looking at different bullshit polls. They saying black man ain't voting. Spanish people, y'all bugging out. Puerto Rico, apúntate uno.
First thing out his mouth is about who, y'all? His people. Just take note of that. We the first one, niggas always the first ones talking about us black and brown people. But we gotta look out for the Latino people. We gotta take care of the Latino people too. The Mexicans is trying to come over here. They brown, they the minority just like us. First thing out his mouth is who? Motherfuckers that ain't even here. He in Puerto Rico already. Boricua, Morera. And my point is this. All these motherfuckers that y'all be talking about, the Cardi B's, the Fat Joes, all these other motherfucking Latino motherfuckers, say what the fuck y'all want to say, but they always stick up for theirs first. They always look out for their own first. Now, if it's some niggas along the way that they can talk about, they'll bring them up. But they first and foremost main concern is them. Look at AOC. AOC ain't talking about niggas. AOC is talking about getting these illegal motherfuckers that look like her, that are from the same place as her, getting them motherfuckers over in here legal. So that she can have more motherfucking voting power. So that she can have more motherfucking political power. She ain't calling on niggas to come and help her. She calling on her own people. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But don't be so quick to jump on these motherfuckers' bandwagons when they talking and jumping on these motherfuckers' side when they got shit going on, when you see them motherfuckers clearly don't think about us first and foremost. It makes sense.
Okay? Puerto Rico. We had the hurricane.
See how far back he talking?
Donald Trump did nothing for Puerto Rico. Not a fucking thing. In fact, he went over there and almost was like, you should be proud that he went over there and he threw tissue at the people. A problem I have with my people, Puerto Rican people, is that we're born privileged to be American citizens. And so sometimes us Puerto Ricans, we think we extra special because we're American. And because we didn't have to flee a country where people were killing people. And because we didn't have to go over the rivers in fucking inner tubes eating toothpaste across the desert. And so we get fucked up and we start thinking we them people or we American, we better than
He talking about Mexicans.
everybody.
Y'all do know that Puerto Ricans inherently think that they better than Mexicans. Like all that Latina and we all Latino together and all that shit. Y'all do know Puerto Ricans look at Mexicans like niggas. They truly think like, yeah, y'all ain't shit. And that's what the fuck he doing right now, talking about we didn't have to do that, so we think we this, we think we that. Yes, Amanda K, they fucking hate Mexicans. Fuck up and call a Puerto Rican a Mexican and watch how them motherfuckers get pissed off. You can't even mistake them motherfuckers. They will get highly offended. Highly offended.
But now, when you see those Latino kids taken at the border and putting in cages.
Who made the cages, y'all? Please, somebody help me. Who made the cages? Who put the cages in? Who set the cages up? Whose cages are these? Thank you. These are Obama cages. Just like y'all got Obamacare. You got the Obama phone. There's an Obama cage. I don't know why people don't want to acknowledge that. What the fuck else do you do with a bunch of fucking illegals that are over here? Where you gonna put them?
Taking families, ripping them apart, putting them in cages.
Now you just saying like, did none of this shit start till 4 years ago? Really? This shit just started 4 years ago, huh? Fuck out of here, man.
Now you got over 500 kids a year later. Que son huérfanos.
He said a year later. You hear how this nigga is lying? This, I ain't gonna call him a nigga. You hear how this fat Mexican is lying? This Mexican motherfucker. You hear how his Mexican ass is lying? Seriously? Y'all got this Mexican sitting here lying on motherfuckers.
No. They're orphans because they never connected them with their families. And Trump says, oh, they're doing just fine.
And you're right. They are safer in them cages than they are with them coyotes. Them motherfuckers who are raping them, who leaving them for dead on the way over here. Them motherfuckers who out there saying, hey, if you ain't gonna motherfucker be no sex worker, then your ass gonna motherfucker be out here forever. Fuck that. You can't come. The fuck kind of shit is that?
What if somebody took his kid and did some shit like that? Or took your kid and did some shit like that? It's putting wood on the windows. We have a problem.
Hold on, let me get to that part, what he said.
When you see Joe Biden's bus in Austin, Texas, getting ran down by white militia Trump people, this is real. When we have to celebrate the...
And that was, I don't know if you saw that or not, but they didn't want that motherfucker to stop nowhere in Texas. They were down, I think, in, I want to say it was either Austin or San Antonio or somewhere, where they was like, motherfucker, don't even pull this motherfucker over here. That's some fucked up shit. I'm gonna call it what it is. A motherfucker should be able to campaign wherever the fuck they want to campaign at. That shit was fucked up.
Independence of America. One of the biggest, most beautiful things in the world, democracy, by voting for our president. And every major city in America is putting wood on the windows. We have a problem.
Well, he's right. We do have a problem. But the people who are fucking tearing shit up are not the fucking Trump supporters or the Republicans or the conservatives. It's these Antifa motherfuckers and these motherfucking Biden and Black Lives Matter supporters that are doing this shit. They're the ones that's tearing shit up. They put that shit on there because most of these motherfucking business like, man, if this motherfucker Trump win, we know BLM and Antifa and all the rest of these motherfuckers gonna come out here and they're gonna fucking riot. That's why they did that shit.
And so Trump comes out, and from the very beginning, he said, the silent majority. Okay, so what does the silent majority mean? The silent majority means white people who are tired of seeing Latinos and black people rising.
Notice how he mentioned Native people first? Just saying. But what he don't even know what the fuck the silent majority is. The silent majority are the everyday working motherfuckers that ain't in the streets, that ain't on social media because they got fucking families and fucking lives to motherfucking tend to. They not the motherfuckers who working for Black Lives Matter getting $15 an hour. They are the actual motherfucking majority of the fucking country that are actually fucking employed, that actually have fucking lives and are actually trying to fucking live their lives with their families, with their motherfucking careers. That's who the fucking silent majority is. That ain't just white people. That ain't just not Latin people, because there are plenty of Latin people. There are plenty of Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, and whoever the fuck else that actually have jobs, careers, and are motherfucking Trump supporters that actually do want to live their lives, and they don't need to be on social media. They don't need to be out in the streets protesting and tearing shit up. There are plenty of people like that. That's why they call them the silent majority, because they don't need to make a lot of fucking noise. They just shut the fuck up, do their fucking job, and then they do their part by fucking voting their interests, like every other fucking person that's in America should be able to do. God damn it.
So I'm telling you, how we doing, Rich?
Good. Rich, you call me now. That's the pastor. You're good here.
All right. Coronavirus is real.
What the fuck is he saying?
240,000 people died.
See?
2/3 of them are Latino and black.
Latino and black. No, actually, it's
so
more.
You wonder why.
Actually, it's more black than Latino. See what I mean? But what is he saying first? I'm telling you, man. And he don't even understand. And that's my thing too. The one of the main talking points that these motherfuckers always say, over 200,000, 250,000 are dead. 200,000 are dead, all on Trump's watch. They all Trump fault. All these people died from COVID. That's not fucking true. The numbers are fucking lies. The numbers are not true. And they're trying to, and that's what I meant about if you say a lie long enough, it becomes the truth. Anybody that tells you 250,000, that is a clear indicator that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they're just reading some shit or they're just repeating some shit that somebody told them. It is not 240,000 or 250,000 people. It's not it. That's not the right number. It's an inflated fucking number by tens of thousands.
Why motherfuckers act like it's not happening and mask off and everybody chilling.
Mask off like everybody in Chicago when Biden, when they said Biden won, everybody went in Chicago with no mask. Everybody was in New York with no mask on. That's what you're talking about?
And you want to go twerk and shit like that. Bro, to the girls who want to be in the club so bad, sit that down, ho.
You hear that? Sit that pussy down, ho.
That's what you need to do. My father been telling me. I don't believe it because I believe in America. And I believe America will be stronger no matter what. And this is a democracy. But when you got Trump supremacists in pickup trucks
this shit.
running the other guy going for president off the road, and you don't see the cops? You don't see the cops? And so you've been looking at Instagram and you've been seeing these guys with Trump, these militias popping out, taking Black Lives Matter. You don't see the cops? Why you think you don't see the cops? Go for Trump, that's cool, that's on them. I know what they in it for. They want to save money. And they believe.
That's what I want to get to right there.
And so my father been telling me. This is dictatorship in the making.
Now listen to this shit.
I believe in America. I believe in Americans. I believe in the right to vote. And I don't care what other people do. I have some of my best friends on earth that go for Trump. That's cool. That's on them. I know what they in it for. They want to save money. And they believe that it's important to save money. Okay. Money is a very powerful thing. And if you cool with looking at a motherfucker who's president, who wakes up maybe 3 in the morning every morning trying to figure out how he's going to make the country go crazy with the headlines, fine. And so when you turn around and you say, bless up, Raul, and you acting like we ain't got to vote, it don't matter. Brainwash. I saw the debate. Did you see the debate? Where they asked him, hey, just say white supremacy, meaning Ku Klux Klan,
We've
meaning
already
people
seen
who
this
hang
shit.
black people, meaning people. Let's go back to the only gimmick that y'all want to say. Joe Biden was a part of the crime bill that put a bunch of people in jail.
Let's hear this.
Yes. Horrible. He was one of the hundreds of people that were involved with a crime bill because the crack epidemic had everybody's mother selling their TVs, selling themselves to buy crack. So they didn't know what was going on. They made a horrible bill. So
did he apologize for it though? Can anybody send me the link? Send me the footage? Send me the tweet where he actually apologized for writing the 94 crime bill? Anyone? Now you want Trump to everybody, like he just said, Trump wouldn't outright denounce racism, KKK, and all of that, even though they have footage of him doing it several other times. Where is the footage of Joe Biden saying, yeah, I fucked up writing this crime bill. I fucked up putting this shit into legislation. I fucked up speaking about this shit. He's never said it, and he never will, because he thinks that to this day, he did the right thing.
the Black Caucus, they were standing right next to him.
So how you should be holding the Black Caucus, or as he called it, the Big Black Caucus, you should be holding them accountable too, right? How come they not on the list?
So was the other politicians. One man can't make a crime bill or a law.
Actually, he can, you stupid motherfucker. He wrote it. Fuck is you talking about? Why is he so quick to let him know or to get him off the hook and put it on everybody else but him? And he wrote the motherfucker. Fuck is you talking about? He wrote it and then he went before Congress and spoke on it and explained the shit. Exactly, Easy. He downplaying his shit. Wouldn't you say that this guy is being exploited? Wouldn't you say he's being a puppet? Wouldn't you say he working for the man or whatever the fuck you want to call it?
Many of went to jail behind that. It's 30 years later.
So he's actually talking about shit that actually affected people he knew and people that were close to him in his life. And he cool with that though, forgiving all of that. Trump ain't did shit to him that has affected him or his people directly that he knows, but Joe Biden did, but he's excusing that though.
Ask yourself a question.
And you mad because he didn't denounce some shit. I could give a fuck what somebody denounced more so than I can be concerned about what a motherfucker actually did that affects my life.
Have you changed your opinion about some things 30 years later?
And if you did, wouldn't you admit that? Wouldn't you say that? Guess not. I think
Was
that
his
was it.
vice president. Biden was cool. All of a sudden, he ain't cool. Where's the loyalty?
Now we supposed to be loyal to this motherfucker because he was with Obama. Man.
I'm not stopping.
Right. He talking all this shit and look at that fucking watch he got on. Where's the Latina people who got that? Huh? Exactly.
I'm telling you the truth.
No, you're not, sir. You're misinformed.
My truth.
Yeah,
what
there you go.
To be truth.
That's your truth. That ain't the truth,
and all I'm
motherfucker.
trying to do is wake our people up.
Right.
That shit, my vote don't count. Joe, you not woke. You know, woke to what, bro? Where you woke at? I'm not telling prosecutors.
All right, let me move on to this next one.
I'm Prophet Muscle, the only man in the world who can do hand scan.
Alrighty. Let's go and check this one out. Shit is just wild to me, man.
From New York to the world, subscribe now to the Hot 97.
This motherfucker Ebro and what's the other dude, Rosenberg? Oh my God.
Oh boy. Busting at the seams, I tell you. Laura Stiles, Rosenberg. Laura, you said Double XL did a list of all the rappers supporting Trump.
Yes.
You hear this
that have
shit?
shown public support for Trump. Because trust me, y'all, there's more.
Privately.
Yeah.
And they only thinking about their bank account. And I want to hit you with the button. Congratulations, you played yourself. These rappers for years, they get on their albums and they tell you all they care about is the bag. Don't feel some type of way when they jump out and support a candidate that's only benefiting their bank account. Please don't act surprised. These rappers ain't worried about white supremacy. They don't give a damn.
And here's my thing. What the fuck? How the fuck is it a rapper or entertainer's responsibility to actually vote for this particular political party if they are concerned? Why wouldn't they be concerned about their finances? Because that's how they take care of their family. And my thing is, that don't mean because I'm concerned about my finances or I'm concerned about the bag that I don't care about my people. Because I should be able to use my money the way I fucking want to help my people. I should have that right. So if I don't want to give an extra 400, because I make over 400,000, if I don't want to have to give another 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100, 200, 300, 400,000 over to the fucking federal government, who gonna fucking disperse those funds when I can take that money and open up a business and employ black people or employ my people directly. I can put that money into a community center, into my neighborhood. I can use that to help and provide resources for the people that's in my community. Why can't I do that as opposed to letting the government tax me and I don't know what the fuck they're doing with that money? I don't know where the fuck that money is going. You don't know where your tax dollars are being spent. Anybody that tells you that they do, they are fucking lying. They are fucking dumbass. You don't know what that money, how that money's being spent and allocated. All you know is motherfuckers, they got it and they spending it the way they fucking want to. So if I'm a Latina or if I'm a black person, let me help my people my way. And if I don't want to help my people, it should be my fucking right to not do it. If I want to help my family instead of helping the block, so be it. That's my right. You don't get to tell me how I do that.
Yeah, they don't give a damn about none of that.
They don't even care about COVID.
No, they don't.
And they
care
think the
about
economy is
COVID.
going to continue to be good for 4 years, even with this COVID going.
What is COVID? What are you talking about?
Damn, this shit got music playing in the background. I can't play this shit.
COVID.
No cap. Dude is too gangsta.
Yeah, I was thinking for a long time. I remember as
Acted it. That's his vibe.
Then he realized.
Yes.
So
Because
already
the
going
62%, the 62% is not based on income. That number is based on combining income tax and capital gains tax, and you getting taxed in two separate places.
Exactly.
Now,
and that's some bullshit. I can't keep playing this. I didn't realize that it was music in that. So I'm gonna play this last one, and then we can get on up out of here. Yeah, I didn't realize that shit had motherfucking music in the back. This shit here is so fucking wild. So this is motherfucking Vlad interviewing fucking Michael J. White, Jai White, whatever the fuck his name is. And this dude, yeah, I know with fair use, I don't know if that shit's gonna work.
That's what they told him to check back after the election.
Yeah.
So, the Republicans kind of put him on blast and said, "Oh, thank you, Ice Cube, for meeting with us and so forth."
Right, yeah.
And Ice Cube went on a hell of a promo tour to defend himself.
Right, yeah.
He did every YouTube channel with over 100 followers, and
those optics are big, man. It's like you got played in it's like they played a lot of people that way.
Yeah.
How is it that you getting
I've
played?
discussed this with some of my other guests, and number one, although I am a huge fan of Ice Cube.
And here's my thing, and to your point, Easy, I think that any of these niggas, black folks, that go on fucking Vlad TV, y'all are the motherfuckers that's being exploited. Y'all are the stupid motherfuckers. Because this motherfucker ain't doing shit but stirring up beef and laughing his ass all the way to the bank between niggas. That's all this motherfucker's doing. That's all he's done. Everything that this nigga do when he talking about niggas is some niggas talking about some other niggas. Peep it. Just check it out. Every time this motherfucker's talk, he do a show, it's, hey, this what this dude said about that dude. Hey, what do you think about what happened with Tupac and Suge? Hey, what do you think about what happened with Suge and doing this? Hey, what do you think about what happened, DL, with this guy and this guy? What happened with Terry Crews and the dude that grabbed his dick? What do you think about that? And he's laughing the whole time. Laughing the whole time. He the motherfucker that, and everybody that's motherfucking going on his show thinking they really getting somewhere and they getting traction, ain't getting a goddamn dime, and this dude is sitting back laughing all the way to the fucking bank.
In terms of his music and some of his movies, I have not been a fan of Ice Cube's personality or some things that he said, but I think that in this particular case,
I wonder why. Because Ice Cube, one of the most pro-black militant motherfuckers that then came along in the rap game. And some of the motherfuckers he talked about was the Jew-Ice. The Jews.
I really feel like he's really being targeted, unfairly, because it seems like he was there to do something good and to try to improve the situation for Black Americans with whoever ends up being in power.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing where it's funny how these things get manipulated like that because, sometimes it comes down to ego to some degree, and some of our leaders are not leaders, but our celebrities fall victim to the ego thing, and to say, wow, I get a chance to do something. They want to do something more than just make people laugh or make people shake their ass, right? So it's like, oh, they're calling upon me to do this grand thing that can expand who I am in this world. Steve Harvey, Jim Brown, Ice Cube, and they,
So why would he only mention people that went and spoke with or have met with or supported Trump? If what he said was just true, and I hope Michael J. White sees this shit, because I like the brother. I think he one of the coldest motherfucking martial artists that came along since like Wesley Snipes and Jim Kelly. But I'm just saying, if what he's saying is true, wouldn't you say that for both sides, for both parties? Wouldn't you say the same thing about Cardi B? Wouldn't you say the same thing about Offset? Wouldn't you say the same thing about John Legend? Wouldn't you say the same thing about Fat Joe Mexican ass? Yes, I'm saying that shit on purpose. Wouldn't you say the same thing? Wouldn't you say the same exact thing? If what you're saying, if you're being fair, right, wouldn't you say the same thing about any of these other motherfuckers that done did some shit that niggas thought was suspect? You would say the same thing about them. Why would you just only single out that group of people? And that's my point. How the fuck did it become a bad thing to choose what the fuck you want to choose? These motherfuckers have lost it, man. And he's and to the point that you were trying to make, Michael J. White, you're playing right into the very same shit you're talking about. Because you're talking about on your specific group of celebrities that's doing something that you don't like or you think is wrong. It's all or nothing, motherfuckers. Either you should play politics or not. And if you're going to critique a motherfucker who's in politics, critique what it is they fucking said, not who the fuck they supported. Try some fucking facts for once.
They probably, of course, mean very well. It's like, wow, I think it's easy for someone to fall into that and say, hey, Mike, I want to call upon you to help your people and get me out there. And then it's like, gotcha.
Right.
You know?
Like there ain't no pictures of fucking Cardi B with Biden. Like it ain't no fucking pictures with fucking 2 Chainz and Biden. Like that shit just don't exist, huh? Come on, man. This is fucking ridiculous.
You know what I mean? And so the spin could be anything it wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Lil Wayne picture.
Look at the Lil Wayne picture. And my point is this too. This motherfucker, it was considered cool as fuck to have a picture with this man before he became president. And I guess the day he became the president, he became a racist too. But you go back and you can see motherfucking Wu-Tang Clan with this motherfucker. You can see Diddy with this motherfucker. You can see all of the fucking rappers. Snoop Dogg with this motherfucker. All of the rappers was with this motherfucker. And even Snoop Dogg came and played the bitch and then turned around and he was cool taking pictures with the nigga. Then he came out talking about fuck Donald Trump, kill the president. Right.
I not to look at that Lil Wayne picture.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right? The picture with him and Trump? It almost reminds me of
Look at him. Look at his face. He's literally showing angst about him taking a picture with the person he supports as president. Seriously. Oh, man. Oh.
Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah,
with
we're old enough to know.
With his
know
head.
what that is.
Sammy Davis had his head on Nixon's shoulder, like his
sir.
father or something like that. And from what I understand, like I did some research on this, and I'm not 100% sure if this is true because there's a little bit of debate over this. But the story behind that I'd heard was Sammy Davis had a massive IRS bill that Nixon just made go away.
Now here's my thing. If any fucking politician, if any fucking president could make my taxes go away, if I'm in trouble with the IRS for taxes, millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, hell, I got an IRS tax bill right now that's like motherfucking $1,800 or $2,000. Make it go away, motherfucker, you gonna be my man, my boy, my homie. Good looking out. Who the fuck wouldn't do that? Seriously. Y'all tell me, I mean, just be honest with me. Somebody and tell me if I'm wrong. If you are in motherfucking trouble with the IRS, you know people say you only got to do 2 things. Pay taxes and die. These motherfuckers are known for getting that bread when it's old. And you got a motherfucker that can make that shit go away? Y'all mean to tell me y'all wouldn't be cool with that motherfucker at the very least? Some of you niggas will suck some dick to get like John Legend. You don't think John Legend would suck some dick to get out of some tax trouble? Tevin Campbell wouldn't suck some dick to get out of some tax trouble. I'm just saying. There has to be some type of understanding. Say, come on now, man. Right, G-Friend said, I got a tax bill right now. I would host a Klan rally to get my bill forgiven. I'd put on a Klan outfit to get rid of my taxes if I had a tax bill like that. Yes. Is this you? Like, yes. I called myself Clayton Bigsby. Like, come on, man. Shout out to my man Darius Hamilton too. He said, I don't know who donated to the super chat. He said, I didn't know Trump controlled all the media. I could have sworn he was some kind of fascist for the criticizing them interesting Fat Joe. I don't know. That kind of didn't read right. Not sure what you were saying, Darius. You could just repost that. I would read it again, get your point, but I didn't get
it. There's a lot of that.
People could be bought.
There's a lot of it. I mean,
people could be bought. True. True as fuck. People can be bought. And people can also be exploited. Like coming on to a YouTuber's channel to talk about shit because this YouTuber has a lot of views and he has a lot of social media influence. And maybe the people that come on his show would talk the way that he would want them to and agree with his points of view so that they could keep coming on his show and they could get a good social media following to help stay relevant in media so that they could help further their career. Maybe people can be brought that way too. I'm just saying.
I say those optics, man, they're crucifying.
Yeah.
Crucifying. I'm not doing what the status quo does, and that's crucifying. But a fucking dude can take a fucking picture in a dress and put it on his album cover, and that's fine. Those aren't bad optics. Those aren't difficult or kind of funny looking optics. Seriously. You gotta be shitting me. It's like the things that people do and the things that people say, it's like y'all want to have it both ways. You want your cake and you want to eat the motherfucker too. I would too. I don't know why people say that. Who doesn't want to have cake and then don't eat it or think they shouldn't eat it? That's a dumb saying. I'm going to stop saying that. But you can't have it both ways. This ain't Burger King, bitch. You can't have it your way all the time. Just because I don't agree with who you think I should be supporting politically, it's bad optics. I should be this, now I'm this type of person, or I should be condemned or put on a fucking list.
Well, any black person that stood next to Trump has ultimately regretted it. Mm-hmm.
That's not true, motherfucker. Do you hear this dude?
Impression I've always gotten from Steve Harvey.
It's not that they've gotten, they regretted it. They are fucking cowards. That's what it is. Steve Harvey, say what the fuck you want, talk shit you want to talk. You are a fucking coward. You a grown ass man. You got money. You got your own shit. You self-made motherfucker. And because niggas didn't like what you did and who you went and spoke to, you turned into a bitch. That's what you are. Because you wanted to keep getting your bag. I get it, but you still a bitch nonetheless.
You could say Kanye, although Kanye probably wouldn't admit it, but Kanye definitely was not respected for standing next to Trump like that and wearing a MAGA hat.
Kanye West is a fucking billionaire. That MAGA hat, he don't give a fuck about it either way. He ain't suffered shit from wearing that MAGA hat. Lie.
Well, he wore a MAGA hat, man.
You know, to little...
A hat that says, "Make America Great Again." Can somebody please just tell me what the fuck is so fucking wrong with these words? Make America great again. It ain't the first time it's been said. He's not the first person to say it. Tell me what is wrong with this phrase. I did a whole show about this fucking hat. And just to show you how niggas are just fucking brainwashed to just go along with whatever the fuck somebody says, Niggas even said to me, this hat is representing going back to slavery. Can you tell me where the slavery part to this is? Tell me where. It don't say it on the inside. I checked. It don't say to punish and enslave on the inside of this. I promise you it don't. Tell me how this represents racism, slavery, all of this shit. Just tell me. But that's what the fuck niggas think, and that's what niggas was saying when this shit first came about, because a motherfucker mentioned it. T.I. was one of the main motherfuckers. He talking about going back to slavery, saying make America great again. And then you have people that say America wasn't never great. No, motherfucker. What you mean is America has never been perfect, which is true. But America has been and still is the greatest fucking country on the planet right now today. But it still has plenty of fucking opportunities. It still has plenty of fucking ways it can get better. But to deny the greatness of this fucking country, you just being foolish. The shit that you get to do here, say here, become here, ain't nowhere else like this on the fucking planet. To the point to where people are fucking dying trying to get here. Literally. So it gotta be something great about this motherfucker.
Wayne, as you could see now, to Ice Cube.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has ultimately not looked well by standing next to this man, because we all know that Trump doesn't care about anybody, much less black people.
It's amazing to me. It's like pimp culture, like on blast.
Oh yeah.
Like you go, wait a minute, this pimp looks ridiculous. Okay, he's hoeing folks, right? And these women are, giving him his money.
All their money.
Yeah, and it's like you sit there and you go, well, how does this work? This cat is ridiculous. He's ridiculous. He's weak. He's all of this, but he got you. Like,
you know what's so ironic about what he's saying? I wonder if anybody peeps it. If anybody's peeping what is so ironic about the statement he's making right now. I'm gonna give you a second. See if anybody peeps it. If anybody thinks about it.
Like, he's pimping you, and you don't see it, and it kind of blows your mind, because you step back and you go, well, how are you not seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Whether you like his policies or not, there's this climate of hatred that you'd have to agree with. That's just, I don't know, man. It's like, how do you not?
Does anybody know what the irony is about what he was saying as far as the pimp and the whole type of shit that he's talking about? Let's go back.
That's just not. There's this climate of hatred that you'd have to agree with. Whether you like his policies or not, there's this climate of hatred that you'd have to you. Like, this cat is ridiculous. He's ridiculous. He's weak. He's all of this, but he got you. Like, he's pimping you, and you don't see it, and it kind of blows your mind, because you step back and you go, well, how are you not seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Whether you like his policies or not, there's this climate of hatred that you'd have to agree with. That is
talking about pimping, talking about getting pimped. Y'all ever seen this movie called Black Dynamite? Now, it's a funny motherfucking movie. And yes, you're right about that too. JC, you're right about that. But I'm going to get to that one second. This the same motherfucker that did a black exploitation movie talking about being pimped Are you serious? Serious. And yes, JC, not to mention, this motherfucker is literally being pimped right now. You are making money for another person and you're not getting any of it. That's pimping. You're being exploited. You are actually working for, creating content for a motherfucker who is not paying you, but they are getting paid for the content and you not. That you created. Help create it. You are the fucking focal point of this fucking content. Your words and what you're talking about, you're being interviewed for this content that he is getting paid from and you're not being paid. I get it. And you're talking about these motherfuckers are being pimped? How, Sway? How? And if you're talking about being exploited, what the fuck do you think this is? That's not exploitation? Are you serious? Are you serious? This ain't exploitation. Now, this shit wasn't made in the motherfucking 70s. This ain't exploitation, nigga. Come on, man. They even made a cartoon out of the shit. This ain't exploitation. None of this. This ain't exploitation. This ain't being pimped. Nigga can't be in a real motherfucking karate movie. Nigga gotta be on some 70s shit. Look at that shit he got on. Tell me that ain't 70s, that ain't exploitation or pimping at its finest. Black dude fucking a bunch of bitches, doing a bunch of this like some motherfucker doing a bunch of karate shit, half-ass. Right. Huh? Come on here now. This ain't pimping. This ain't exploitation. Are you serious? The nigga is punching a fucking giraffe. Jungle fucking Hero? Is that the fucking name of that episode? Man, get the fuck out of my face on the internet. And like I said, it was a funny movie, and I ain't hating on the nigga for making his movie getting his bag. But you gonna turn around and say that the optics for a nigga taking a picture with the fucking president that they choose to support, that's bad optics? Come the fuck on, man. That's... Shout out to Joshua Avendano for the super chat. Thank you. Appreciate it. And he came back and said, and they have never been this outspoken when there were other presidents in office. Thank you. They like 10 plus years easy with and about what they not doing for the black community. Why now? Why Trump? You are 1,000% correct. Where was all of this shit when George Bush was in office? Bush Sr. was in office. Clinton was in office. How come when nobody talking about the crime bill in 96 and in 97 and in 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004? How come didn't nobody ask Barack Obama to do nothing about the 94 crime bill? But I tell you who did. Who did something about the 94 crime bill, y'all? Somebody please tell me. Who did something about the 94 crime bill? The crime bill that helped lock up the most niggas since slavery. You tell me who did something about it? The white racist 45th president of the United fucking States, Donald J. fucking Trump. That's who did something about it, but he's a fucking racist freeing niggas. What kind of shit does that make? What kind of sense does that make? How the fuck does that work? How does a racist free niggas? How does a racist pardon niggas? Y'all tell me that. It's bullshit, man.
That's just, I don't know, man. It's like, how do you not know that it's a direct result of him saying, okay, let's insult folks. Let's let's go low on all these things and
insult
and it's
folks.
just saying that, hey man,
seriously,
maybe we didn't know what our identity really was, and maybe it is. Maybe
Seriously.
it is this ugly, because I know for this race being this close, I was wrong about who we were.
Seriously. So while this nigga's talking about pimping, he's being pimped in the moment, and yeah, that's what we're doing. It's like this, man. When you're talking about the truth, you're talking about facts, you're talking about all that shit, let's just argue that. Let's debate on that. But this whole thing about having these fucking lists, this whole thing about having these holding people accountable because of who they voted for, it's a fucking attack on democracy, period. When you start talking about holding somebody accountable, putting somebody on the list, knowing who these people are that think different than you, you're talking about destroying everything that this country is made of. You're talking about killing democracy. You're talking about civil unrest. You're talking about civil war. You're talking about drawing a line in the sand, and it's a us against them type of thing. And I'm telling you like this. I'm going to say this because it is what it is, and it's the fucking truth. Anybody, any group, any entity, any fucking person, or any fucking establishment that does anything against me or my family or my ability to make a living, you are my enemy, and there will be retribution for that shit. You ain't gonna stop my life and ruin my life or take things from me or deny me rights because of who I choose to vote for. You ain't gonna do it and keep it 100 in your life. It won't happen. And I'm pretty sure that is 70 other million motherfuckers that feel the same way that I do. How dare you? Because you don't like what I voted for, you don't like what I support, you gonna do something to me, take something from me, or put me in some kind of fucking list or something. I tell you what, it'll be the last one you make. Because what you're not gonna do is take away from me because I don't think like you. That's what you're not gonna do. So I'm telling you like this, celebrities, politicians, preachers, whoever the fuck else, regular civilians, you ain't gotta like me, you ain't gotta like what I support, and you ain't gotta like who I voted for. But don't fucking tread on me and my shit. Don't. Say what you want to say, talk the shit you want to talk, but do not encroach on my fucking freedom. Do not encroach on my rights. Do not tread on me. And I'm telling every other motherfucking conservative, Republican, American, don't let nobody tread on any of us. Because if they tread on me, at some point they'll tread on you. If they tread on Lil Wayne, they'll damn sure tread on me. And we live in America, so why don't we want where we live to be great again? Exactly. Shout out for thanks for the super chat. Rosie OC says, make America great again. How the fuck does that become a problem? How does that become an issue to where you want to do something to me because I don't think like you? Because I don't support what you support? Because I don't believe what you believe? Why do you need to do something to me? It's insane. But I tell you what, you keep on and you gonna motherfucking open up a can of fucking worms and a can of whoop ass that you didn't want no parts of. Don't do this. Politicians, celebrities, whoever the fuck else, community activists, community leaders, stay in y'all lane and just say what the fuck y'all want to say, but don't come encroaching on other people's shit. Because you don't want what comes with that. That's why we have the First Amendment, and that's why we have the Second Amendment. And anybody that encroaches on that, that's where it's going. If I can do something to you because of what you believe, or if I'm going to do something to you because you don't think like me, then I'll do something to you for anything, for any reason. You don't wear the right color. You're this. You didn't say this the way I said it. Now you're that. You didn't come join what I joined. So now you're this. Don't make enemies out of people who are just different from you. I don't agree with all of the shit the Democrats want to do. I don't agree with all of the shit that the fucking liberals want to do. You're not my enemy. You're just a motherfucker I don't agree with. So that's why I'm not on your side. That's it. You ain't a coon. You ain't a fucking grifter. You ain't a fucking charlatan. You ain't a piece of shit. You ain't a lowlife. You ain't nothing but a person who I disagree with. That's it. That's all. That's my beef. I don't need to take anything from you. I don't need to do anything to you. I don't need to get you fired from your job. I don't need to deny you rights. I don't need to deny you privileges. I don't need to put you on a fucking list because you don't support the same person I support, believe the same thing I believe, or you don't vote the same way that I vote. You vote Democrat? Fine. I vote Republican. Maybe next time I'll vote independent. Maybe the time after that I might vote Democrat. I don't fucking know. But what I do know is it's my right to do and to change whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want. And anybody that is opposed to that, they are not just a threat to us, they are a threat to the entire fabric that America was fucking made from. Freedom, man. Free to do what the fuck you want, say what the fuck you want, as long as you're not physically hurting someone else. It is what it is, and it should be all good. Fuck your feelings. Fuck what I do, how it makes you feel. That's not what we're here for. Your feelings are just that. Yours, not mine. And that's all I have to say about that, as Forrest Gump would say. I want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in. Please make sure y'all click the like, click the subscribe button if you haven't. Share this show out to somebody. I just want to say real quick thank you to everybody that actually donated to the channel and to the cause. I appreciate you all. Let me go ahead and give a shout out to JEC. 15 bucks says from the chat, I'm a journalist. Hey man, salute to you, and I hope that you journalizing with integrity and telling the truth. William Simmons hit me with $5, said great show. My man Reginald Locklear hit your boy off with $5. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Jeremy Turk hit your boy with $5. That's what's up. Salute. My man Michelle Cobre hit your boy off with $2. He says, I hate these far left liberals. They piss me off. I understand it, man. Just be who you are in your area. Oh, shout out to my man Bolo TV. If you ain't checked out Bolo, man, definitely want to check him out, especially if you have a lot of mental issues. You can get some stuff off your chest. My man is doing some serious work over there, man. Oh, also came back and hit me with $2 as well. Michelle Cobre. He said, I wish you and the family well. Midwest up. That's what's up. My man in Detroit. Also, shout out to Ayo Jeans. He says, keep up the great work. Love the shows. Hit your boy off with $10 as well. And let's see. And my cuz hit me up. Oh, that was $15. That was the other show. He said, teaching you how to dance, sucker. Turbo. My man. I love my cousin, man. All right, let me see if anybody hit me up on the PayPal. We're going to get on up out of here. Let's see here. Yep. My man, Money Boy Trey. Oh, okay. Hit me up with $3. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Salute. Also, my man Jim Edwards hit me up. He said, good video. Hit me with $1. That's what's up. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate everybody that donated. Let me just double check to make sure I ain't miss nobody. I really do appreciate you guys, man. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world on this internet, but y'all chose to be here with me tonight, and I appreciate that. I want to give a shout out to all of my mods. Appreciate you guys for doing what y'all do in the chat. Thank you guys so much for always supporting the brother. To everybody that came and checked the channel out the first time, my man Tazman hit me up with $5 in the super chat. Appreciate you. To everybody that's watching this on the replay, please feel free to donate. Please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. I do read my comments. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Soto Nation. And last but definitely not least, shout out to my brother Tommy Sotomayor. I love you guys. Y'all have a great night. And until next time, peace. And I'm out. I have got to use the bathroom like nobody's business. My back teeth floating. God damn. God damn. That's Chris James would say. God damn. All right, y'all. Peace. And I'm out. Hey. Here I is. Here I go. Because my back teeth is floating, goddammit.